Hey, 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 what's going on? It's your boy B Mims right back at you one more again with BrickHouseTalk.com. And today we in the building with independent filmmaker and movie producer Safo. Safo, what's going on with you?
How you doing? I'm good.
Man, it's always good. We appreciate you having time to sit down and talk with us and give us a unique look at your background and your experience and everything. So, we just want to go ahead and jump right on into it if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, my name is Akanni Safo. I'm from Chicago, originally born and raised. I moved to California about a year and a half ago, and in the pursuit of my dreams, which is being a filmmaker. I started out in '98, right after my mother passed. It was a passion. I'm a born entrepreneur. I used to own a African artifact store called Safo Originals. It was my mother's dream, so me and her embarked on this entrepreneurship. She made the clothes. She would bring all these different type of items, and I set it up next door to the shop where I used to do hair. I'm by trade a hairstylist, cosmetologist. Okay. I've been doing that for like over 20 years now, and that has the reason how I got into business, filmmaking. I was hired by my cousin Black, LaToya Lawson, to do hair and makeup. Once I got on the set, the producer and the director saw me for a part because I had just got out of the Marine Corps and I was big and, they was like, you look like you just got out of prison. I said, no, I just got out of the Marine Corps. But they said, we need this part for you to play. It was called Teddy Bear. And I was like, really? My first challenge. Okay. So I said, yeah, I could do it. So from that point, I found out that this is what I wanted to do. Okay. I took that role. It was my first role. I was kind of nervous, but because I was a hairstylist and I had the different resources, the producer and them needed different things on the set. And every time they needed something, I was able to provide through having my network, a big network in Chicago. And we took about a year and a half to finish the project. It was called Backstabbers, originally. We couldn't use the name at the time due to infringement, legal complications. So they called it Trust. Gotcha. It's a love story about a best friend asking his friend to date this girl to see if she's gonna go for him. What happens is the best friend falls in love with the girl. He had just returned from college, so his friend is owning these businesses, and he thinks he's a drug dealer, but actually the movie's about money laundering. So we wanted to show how people launder their money through the businesses because I'm an entrepreneur myself, and we won't get into all the other details about that, but it was a way to show how some people in business have to keep their business alive and thriving, because sometimes you can't make money through the way people don't support you, especially black businesses. So that's one thing in the movie it showed, and a friend wind up, I don't want to give you the ending. You check it out yourself. It's a good movie. It's on Netflix. It was my first project, and from that project we did, let me give shouts out to William Pierce, because William Pierce was the person that put me on. He had a light in me, he saw, so we took it to another level. The second person is called, his name is Paris Reeves. My man, we did When Thugs Cry. We did a movie called, and excuse my French out there, it's called Bitches. I don't want to, put it out there, but it was about 4 girls that found a bag of money. And the person who orchestrated it was looking for these girls that took this money. That was like my second project. It turned out I played a cop in the movie.
Okay, well, with that being said, just give me a quick little background. I mean, especially since at that point in time in your career, you were kind of new to the movie game, and you didn't really have an extensive background as an actor. So how did you prepare for each role? Was it something that you mentally kind of tried to invest yourself and emotions into and everything? Like, did you have to do any research? I mean, how did you prepare yourself mentally in order to take on some of these challenges that were being put before you?
Well, I met a guy, Peniel. He had an acting course that we took, so I invited me and about 20 other people that I knew, and we all took the course. It was a beautiful course. He taught us how to get into character. We used the Stanislavski method, which is an old Um, I don't know if he's Russian or whatever, but it's the oldest book that most actors really don't know about, and it teaches method acting. So from there, I went from there to improvisation, and then from there we just started going to different workshops. We just went from one step to the next, and then from there I just started doing videos and moving forward.
Now, as an actor, because you've really pretty much played, or not even really played, but you've acted in some sort of capacity in every kind of role as far as the movie making process is concerned. You've done acting, you've done casting director, producer, all these things. So how does the other two, the acting and the casting director, how does that prepare you to be a better producer, or even vice versa? How can you leverage some of the skills and talents that you were used to using in your previous roles to what you're currently doing now?
Okay, well, I can say that each one was a learning phase for me, and being that I like to learn on each part of those different phases of my transition, I sat back and watched and learned. Okay. You know, and that's the best way, hands-on. I got everything hands-on, didn't go to school for none of it, and so it prepared me to be a much better producer, director, because now that I'm in school now, I'm able to actually be more organized, more structured, better performance in what I do, and take it seriously. Okay. You know, because it's a passion that I have, it's a drive in me. I can stay up all night because it's something I want to do. It's that I love it. Just like hair, I used to stay up in the shop till 2 or 3 in the morning doing hair. Clientels would call me all the time, so it's a drive. You have to have a passion for it, and I have the passion for it. That's what got me to where I'm at now. My main forte is I like to produce. I am sticking my feet in direction now. Okay. Because I see I can direct people and get them into their characters, and they have fun at it.
Gotcha. Okay, nice. In regards, speaking from an acting perspective, like how much of the acting is considered mental versus talent? Because I know talent may get your foot in the door, or may get you so far in this industry, but do you think it's better to have the connections or the talent to succeed in this type of industry? Because I know a lot of it is based upon networking as well.
I think it's best to have 50-50 of both and put it in together 100%, because acting takes a lot of mental challenges. You have to really get into yourself and try to bring out whatever director is giving you, that energy and drive to be that character. Not be yourself, but put a little bit of you into that character, but be someone else. It's your chance to be somebody else, actually. And if you ever wanted to be somebody else, this would be your chance. Like, I always wanted to play a cop. So I got a chance to be a cop. So my vision of a cop was the cops that I've seen growing up. Okay. So I could be that person, not myself. Okay. I don't really like cops, but it just showed me how to become something else that I wasn't. Network. Network is a very valuable part of it. It's a big process. Without a network, it's probably hard to do most stuff in the business. It's they say not what you know, it's who you know. Basically, if you know the right people and you network and you don't burn bridges in this industry, you can go far. And I like to say that's the type of thing that I like to teach those that's out here. Try to stay in your lane. Don't get out your lane. If you're not a director, don't be a director. If you're not a producer, don't be a producer. Do what you do and do the best of it to your efficiency, so that you can become well adept at doing what you do, because people will hire you for what you do. If you're an editor and you're good at editing, stick to editing. You know, that's most of the people that are in our industry don't stay in their lane, so they think they can do everything. In this business, there's no one man in this business. It's a team. It's a team effort. You have to have a team. Each key player makes this rotate. If you don't have that, then you don't have a production. Okay?
Okay, so speaking on staying in your lane, we want to switch gears real quick and just kind of tell the people, just go down your resume a little bit as far as some of the things that you've done that have gotten you up to this point. You mentioned that you used to do hair, and you know it was because of that, you know, they brought you in to do that, and it helped to get your foot in the door as far as becoming an actor and taking on different roles and things of that nature. So beyond that, Just tell them about some of the other jobs and some of the other things that you've done that actually helped get you up to this point as well.
I used to do security with Respect One, and give out props to my buddy Cool Joe, Cha Cha and them, Shredder. We had a good organized security team, and through that team, I got networked with a lot of entertainers and people that's been in the business. I could say I've been around people like Wayne, Lil Wayne, Cheeks, Diddy, Ja Rule, Fat Joe, just a few names, Cameron, DMX, just a lot of different entertainers, Jaheim, Hill Harper, what's the guy, Kevin and Kel, the bigger guy. Yeah, I've been around a lot of entertainers, and through security, that was just one of the way that got me into this ball game. I like to say what's up to John Monopoly, because he was one of the guys that I worked for at the clubs, in all the major clubs, Zentra, Biology Bar, Club Aqua, those type of places where people would come and be entertained. My buddy Ripper Brown, he's out there with HMG, Heavyweight Music Group. He's somebody that I work together real tight niche with, and that was just one of those doors that opened up for me to get where I was.
Okay.
Now, let's just say.
All right. So we go switch gears once again, and we go jump back into the director side of the game. When you kind of looking at different actors or looking at people that you might want to cast for a movie or have play a certain role, like what are some of the things that you try to look for or identify talent-wise that makes you know or that lets you know this is the type of person who I really want to work with?
Energy-wise, I'm a person that when I deal with energy, when I approach people or if I've talked to people, I can feel that energy of if they're going to be a person that can perform or not. I had a young actress, her name is Quintina Ogman. We were doing a project called Let Me Fly. She said, I never cry, I can't cry. But as a director, you have to make them get into that feel to bring that out of them. So I really worked with her very, very long. She said, if you could pull it out of me, I would love to. So I put her back in a scenario where she had an incident. I'm not gonna put it out there, but it brought the tears out. Okay. And she really, really was very adamant about it. She was thanking me because she never knew that it could come out of her. So that made her a better performer. Now she's able to do more in her career because she can cry at the drop of a dime, you know what I mean? Okay. But it takes you to get that person into that character. You have to have an experience. Mm-hmm. In order to really get into characters, if you haven't experienced that, that's going to be hard for you as a person. Right. Okay? You can't, if you have never got stuck up, you would know how to be scared. Right. You know, right. If you never ran after somebody, you wouldn't know how to have that energy. Mm-hmm. To do that. So you really have to have experience at doing a lot of things in your life. Most actors that do have that experience, if they don't, they research it. Gotcha. And that's the best thing about an actor. They know they have homework to do when they have a role to play. It's a lot of homework.
Okay. Now, with that being said, what would you say, in your personal opinion, is some of the biggest challenges as far as being a director versus being an actor? I know they're both challenging jobs to have, but what do you think is some of the biggest challenges that you face as an actor and as a director?
As an actor, my challenges, I don't really have challenges. I look at, when I talk to God and I ask him to remove my challenges, so I don't really feel I have challenges. But as a director, I feel like dealing with multiple personalities of people, that's a challenge, right. Okay? Because you have different egos, you have different personalities, you have different facets of people in life. And if you deal with people like I do from all over the world, then it's a challenge. Okay. So that takes me to another point, whereas once you can conquer those things and get that niche, then you can be a better person as a director, you know, formulate the people and put them in their places as their characters and roles. So it's always a challenge. Okay.
Okay, and as a director, when you're kind of reading through the different scripts that you get offered, like how do you narrow that down? How do you filter out the ones that you don't want to be, or I should say that you don't want to take into consideration versus the ones that you do want to take into consideration? How do you actually go through that process of narrowing the different scripts down till you get to that one and be like, you know what, this is the one that I really want to be a part of. This is the one that I want to make into my next movie. This is my next project.
Well, it depends on the writer. If you know who the writer is, then you know the style and technique of writing they have, then you don't really have a problem. You really just help them fine-tune what you see, because as the director, everything that's written on paper doesn't necessarily going to be filmed in the film itself. I have a lot of writers that I deal with. One is, her name is Erica Hughes. We work close-knit together. She's in Milwaukee. But she writes majority of the scripts I work on. I have another one, Katrina Ruffin. She's in St. Louis. We have a lot of projects we've been working on. And again, Erica is like my prized possession right here. I love her scripts because she's diverse in what she puts out. It's not just like most people write to just certain genres. She writes for the genre everything, you know. You can see everybody in the picture. Plus, she also does animation. We did an animated film called 2020 AD. I played Dr. Greer. I did the voiceover. She did all the animation. She produced it, edited. And as I said, she's a remarkable person. And I'm always producing all her projects. She gives me the okay to do whatever project she has. She put out my first book. She helped me put out my first book, which is called Emotionally Comatose. It's a book of poetry. It's about 25 different poems, and they're about people that I met in my course of my life.
Okay. Nice.
So she's been a variable asset in my life. To this day, Bone Crusher is my prize script that I'm working on, and we're developing more in the script. So we've been talking back and forth how to make this script a bigger project. Okay. So I talk to her almost every other day, or I have to talk to her at least once a week. Gotcha. To keep posted of what's going on. Okay. My next project with her is Tambourine, which is about a young black woman who sees a skinhead's death. How does a woman that sees this vision, she's gifted, clairvoyancy, and she's also a photographer. Every time she takes a picture, she goes into a trance and sees something happening to him. And her boyfriend is like a rival of him, so how can she really tell this person something's gonna happen to him? She's not she's young, she's naive, she's not racist, she doesn't know anything about what a skinhead is. So she doesn't have the same, what it is, she's not against trying not to tell him. She wants him to know. In this movie, it's kind of funny because he, as a racist, changes his idea about blacks and the people because of her interaction with him.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a very detailed script. I shot the trailer for it. Okay. And I'm gonna be putting it out pretty soon so people can get an idea of what it is to be in a world full of different things. We have spirituality, we have religion, we have racism, we have all types of things in this script. And it's a good project. It's called Tambourine. I don't know why the title, it doesn't kind of fit, but because it dealt with the churches, Tambourine came perfect. There you go. And it's written by Erica Hughes as well.
Okay. So at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, let's say 5-10 years into your future, where would you like to be at this point? When if you could reflect back, if you could project yourself 5 to 10 years ahead and do a reflection back, where do you think you would like to see yourself at this point in your future?
As far as my future, I would like to lock down San Jose, the Bay Area, and the film market because it is very limited. I've been out here for a while, and I just want to be the next Spielberg, Lucas, black in the Bay Area and show what I have, the talents that I have, the major talents that I have, because people have not really seen what I'm capable of doing yet. They will in the next year or so with a new team member of mine, Andrew, good guy, Andrew Reynolds. We're gonna do some possible big things. I want to give props out to my people, Gorilla Hollywood Entertainments, Ray Johnson, Herman Ortiz. Those are my two main team members, and I like to give shots out to them because without them, I wouldn't have certain things done to this point. But in the future, I plan to have on 4 different projects done, and a name put out there, and a group of actors that people will be recognizing pretty soon. Faces will be flashing, flashing, flashing. Be looking out for Ricky Jackson, MMA fighter. He is going to be Samson in my next project, The Bone Crusher. It's going to be a real intense. We're following him through his trials of training and fighting, and as he goes through this, we'll be shooting my project with him, and we're going to see a lot of action coming up. We ain't seen nothing like this before. It's going to be really, really, really something for y'all to see for the Bay Area. He is a San Jose native, so I really would like to rep the Bay like it's supposed to be. Even though I'm from Chicago, I love California. I love this city that I'm in, so I'm going to rep it to the fullest.
Nice. Shout out to Ricky Jackson, MMA fighter out there. Had him in the studio not too long ago. Good dude. Let any potential actors, any potential writers, anybody who want to get in contact with you, who sees this interview and be like, you know what, this is a dude, I've been looking for somebody just like this. You know, I think I got a lot I could bring to the table, a lot I could bring to his projects. How can they get in contact with you? Do you have an email address? Do you got a Twitter account? Do you got a Facebook? I mean, just let the people know how they can get in contact with you.
Well, you can follow me at Akanni Allende at Twitter. You can get me on Facebook, Akanni Safo. My spiritual name is on it, so it might be a little bit long for you. And then you can reach me on my Gmail account, kennedy.safo@gmail. If you really want to get at me, get at me. That's basically it. You can hit me at 323-532-4122. My number is available to all. I don't hold it out. You can call me if you want to be a part of a cast, if you're a production member, if you have any type of talent, just hit me up.
Wow, that's big. Just give them a quick spelling of the Akanni and the Safo, just in case they're looking to do the whole email thing. Give them a quick spelling of that.
Okay. Akanni and Safo, Safo.
Okay, nice. So just give the people real quick a rundown of the catalog as far as if they want to go check out some of your work, some certain films that you were active in or that you helped produce or whatever the case may be. And once again, just give them a quick little rundown of what's to come in the near future here.
Okay, my first project was Trust. The second project was When Thugs Cry. Third is Family Barbecue. The next one is Engagement, which is a sequel to the Family Barbecue. We have Hostile Takedown, which was like a black Bruce Willis type of thing. What was that? Tactical. I want to give rest in peace to Mansai. Mansai was one of the directors out here in Chicago who did a movie called Tactical. I was able to be a part of that. I didn't do anything on the set, but I was there, you know, giving my input. But I like to give rest in peace to him because he put out a product. A Hostile Takedown he also directed, which I was able to be a part of with the casting and everything like that. We have Ransom Games, which is a Devin Wesley production, William Pierce. We have Wood Harris and Elise McNeil in it. So those movies are out there. You can Netflix them. If you have the time, watch them. They're good movies. They're independent, and we had a lot of fun on those projects. What's coming up next will be Bone Crusher, Tambourine, and Hello. Hello is a suspense thriller. I ain't gonna get too much into it because it's still in the format of getting put together, but it's a hot script. I'm looking for a lot of talent for that. It's about a young man who is portraying God on the phone once he changes his number. So everybody thinks it's the God hotline, and he links into a serial killer who's happened to be killing people around in the city. So that's enough said, and it's called Hello.
Okay.
It's also an Erica Hughes production. And we got another one, All in the Gays Work, which is about a mob guy who is trying to get money from the mob, and in order to get it, he pretends to be gay.
Wow.
So it's a little comedy and it's different things that we're coming out with. And I hope that you stay tuned and follow me on every new project that comes up. You'll be seeing me pretty soon. Look for Gorilla Hollywood Entertainment, Simple Effects, Hot Soup Productions. That's us. All right, I'm out.
Man, we appreciate you coming through, Safo, and just sitting down with us and talking to us and being candid and being real. And I know the people out there appreciate a candid look at you. And definitely make sure you support this man. It's a good dude. You know, he got a lot of projects lined up. You got a lot of projects already in the can. Go out there, look him up. Again, man, honored that you stopped by to talk to us here at brickhouse.com. And make sure y'all go check him out.